Hey guys, what's up? This is Lavina and welcome to my channel. Do you want to teach something new to your little one? Today's video is about a fun learning activity that I did recently with my little one to teach him the concept of tunnels. I will be approaching this video in two parts. The first is what materials are really used and how to make a tunnel. The second is my approach. I would really request you all to stick around for the entire video because there might be few useful pointers in the approach section. Come, let's see. So, the materials used are one set of blocks. I'm sure every child has at least one set of blocks. The second is ice cream sticks. I actually keep these ice cream sticks handy because Ayan really likes to play with them and have his own imagination. If you guys don't have, you can definitely go ahead and use a couple of spoons. And if you guys don't know, my little one's name is Ayan and he's 3 years old. The third is any vehicle toy. Automatic is more preferred because it makes it really fun. If you don't have, even a manual one is fine. This is a photo of how we make a tunnel. I am just sharing it for reference. I know it's quite self-explanatory, so I will be directly going to the approach section. We did this activity for 3 days. By we, I mean me and Ayan. On the first day, he actually built the tower of blocks and he did this independently. Here I would say that if your child is not of an equal age like Ayan and he is as younger as like 1 year old, go ahead and put these blocks in front of him. He will definitely get attracted towards the colors. At the same time, you build the blocks and he has a very beautiful noticing power, so they will be seeing how do you really build this tower, and eventually after few attempts they will be the one who will be approaching the way you did. It's just my suggestion that do not force him after few attempts, even if he doesn't learn to build that tower. Let him take his own time, let him explore all his 5 senses, and eventually he'll definitely get there, and during the process of exploration he would be learning a lot more. After building the blocks, Ayan wasn't really aware that at what distance should we keep these blocks, and I had to make him understand that he cannot keep it more further than an ice cream stick. He got that point easily. After that, I showed him how to balance these ice cream sticks 2 times, and then the third time I offered him to join me and do it. He was able to do it, and then we used a train vehicle toy. The train passed through it and it was a yay moment. He did play with it for a couple of times, and obviously their hand-eye movements are not really built as us, so the alignment of the train after few attempts was not proper and our tunnel fell. It's okay, no worries. I motivated him that he can do it again, I know it, and he sat again, he built the entire tunnel again. This time, while putting the sticks, he was looking towards me to help him out. But I wanted him to do it himself, so I actually told him that, I know you can do it, so let's give it a try. He went ahead and he tried. It fell. I actually again told him, you were almost there, so let's give it a try again. And this way you can actually motivate your kid to do it. Here Ayan was able to do it after 2 times, but in case if your child is not able to do it, do not force him, just offer him help, because otherwise he will lose his interest. I always believe in a principle that never force your child anything. Let him explore his way, let him take his own time, because this way they learn more and they are always curious to sit next time with you and explore something new. If we try to become more forceful as parents, then the only problem is that they go away from us and they don't really enjoy our company. So this way, a couple of times the tunnel was broken, a couple of times he made the tunnel, the train passed through it, and he was busy for around an hour. He did get the trick of balancing the sticks, and you know what? He also figured out that we can put ice cream sticks this way. Isn't it amazing? And this way, it's more easier as well. Even I did figure it out. On the second day, he wanted to play with tunnel again. So rather than using blocks, I actually told him that let's collect all the chairs and stools available around the house and build a tunnel. So in collecting the chairs, he obviously had to do a lot of physical work. I did involve him. We placed them all in one single line and we passed the train through it. He was happy, it was a new way, and he played with it around for maybe 20-30 minutes, and then I observed that he himself is crawling under these chairs. That's okay, it's again a new physical game for them, and it's their way of playing, it's their way of judging things, exploring things. Here, just be mindful that if in case your child also crawls under these chairs, it doesn't really hurt them, so just be around. Let them do it, but just be around. The third day, he wanted to play with the tunnel again. So we took out blocks. Now here he wanted to pass his horse through it. And I let him try it. But the horse is tall and the tunnel is short. So we really need to increase the height of the tunnel to let the horse pass through it. So to increase the height, we need to add some more blocks. He wasn't aware of it. I went ahead and explained to him. This way, he was introduced to a new concept of tall and short. I have mentioned these opposites of tall and short before while explaining animals and few other topics. But repetition is always important with these kids. He wasn't able to figure out how do I really increase the height, and so I went ahead and told him that you will have to add a couple of blocks to increase the height. And then his horse was able to pass through it. Now I got an idea that I should basically tell him to bring a toy which is more wider than the actual tunnel. And we had one dog. In case if you don't have, you can use any toy. Now when he tried to pass the dog through it, again, it's not passing. So here you need to increase the width of the tunnel. You need to make your tunnel wide. It is a narrow one. And this way he was introduced to a new concept of narrow and wide. I have mentioned narrow and wide to him before, but not as frequently as tall and short. So for me, repeating was definitely necessary. Here I also explained him that to increase the width of the tunnel, you would not be able to use the ice cream sticks anymore. You will have to join a couple of blocks again and then make the tunnel wider. Now, your horse as well as your dog is able to pass through it. So this way, he learned something new. My little one got to learn a lot of new words with this activity, like passing through the tunnel, crawling under the chair, narrow, wide, tall, short. Yes, and I also plan to again repeat this activity after maybe 2 weeks with him so that these things are a little more clearer to him. I hope this activity was useful for you all because I really found it useful. Also, every child has their own way of doing it. I'm sure when you would allow your child to explore it their way, there will be a lot of new things that you will see with your child. So I always motivate child-led play. I know it is not possible all the time, but at least we can take the maximum effort. At times, we also have to be a little strict to build that discipline, and that's okay. I hope this video was useful to you. I felt this activity was very useful for me, and so I thought to share it with you all. And if you like it, please do like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, thank you. See you next Wednesday.